Hey everyone, I am back. I know I have been gone for some time, but I have been just struggling with my exams and assignments in school. But I promise you there will be a lot more in the next recent days, and especially on Christmas. Now, let's get into what kind of video. We are going to make a Jurassic World video ranking the top 5 strongest dinosaurs in the Jurassic World and Park franchise. So, with that out of the way, let's get on to number 5. This may come as a surprise, but I select Ankylosaurus for my 5th place. Why? They are roughly 3.6 meters tall, about 9 meters long, and can weigh up to 10 tons. These are huge animals and a huge club on their tail, which could deal up to 400 megapascals of force and damage. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if we change that into tons and do the math, it would be a whopping 60 US tons of force in one swing. And also the fact that it did pretty well against the Indominus, which remember slaughtered multiple sauropods with ease. It just shows the fact that Ankylosaurus is not as weak as we thought. It just had to fight such a powerful and large opponent. We also see a nearly 50% smaller version of the Ankylosaurus named Bumpy, absolutely beating the shit out of Toro, the Carnotaurus, and Toro being just absolutely slaughtered, thrown by a cliff, hit in the nail. And this Ankylosaurus named Bumpy is way smaller than a normal one. So the normal one is simply an upscale. Number 4. Now, please bear with me when I reveal who's in the 4th place. Okay, in my opinion, the 4th strongest dinosaur is Blue the Velociraptor. This may come as a huge surprise for pretty much all of my viewers, but let me explain. Firstly, she survived the slap of an Indominus, which keep in mind that's why it can easily break through a 50 caliber resistant gyrosphere, and it didn't even try. It killed sauropods with a single swipe and heavily damaged Rexy. She was also tying with the Indoraptor and successfully managed to kick the entire Indoraptor out of a huge window and nearly paralyze it from one kick. She flew out. She also tied with the Scorpius Rex and got thrown around, but still stood back up straight up and got the upper hand at moments. She's also extremely fast. She catches up to Grady's motorcycle, and the other Jurassic World Raptor also do that, which is about 110 miles per hour. In conclusion, Blue is extremely strong, durable, fast, and smart. But now once that's over, let's move on to number 3. The 3rd spot goes to Rexy from Jurassic World Dominion. She is as iconic as she is powerful. Now, let's start at the beginning. She managed to flip over a 2-ton car quite easily. She stopped a 10-ton Triceratops dead in her tracks. She is extremely fast and catches up with a Jeep going more than 30 miles per hour. She has a roughly 8-ton bite force which can tear through any hide. She is very smart, figuring out the fences were not turned on and figured out that she could escape. She did very well against the Indominus, which had killed sauropods and had Ankylosaurus before this. She got up after getting a severe beating from Indom and continued to overpower the Indominus even after multiple swings and bites from Indom. And she did it decently against the Giganotosaurus in Dominion. She is also the healthiest version of herself in Dominion, as confirmed by Jack Evans. She gained a lot of muscles from Jurassic World to Dominion. She was about 6 tons in Jurassic World, but now she is 9.2. She gained 3 tons of nearly pure fat and muscle. She is also massive in Dominion, being 18 feet tall and about 50 feet long, being the 4th biggest theropod. She also has the strongest bite force in the franchise, topping at 9 tons. Now we have discussed the legendary T-Rex. Let's move on to the 2nd place. Number 2. For the silver trophy, here comes the Giganotosaurus, the largest predator the world has ever seen. First, let me explain that Giga has barely any screen time, so his feats are nearly dependent on on his ability to beat Rexy so well. Firstly, Giga absolutely destroyed the healthiest and strongest version of Rexy. When they were dueling, keep in mind that the T-Rex was the strongest T-Rex we have seen in the franchise, and Giga easily overpowered her multiple times in the minute-long battle. She also took minimal injury when fighting both Rexy and Therizinosaurus, coming out relatively unharmed unless with some scratches and bite marks. And the best thing about the Giga is his tremendous size. He is a whopping 22 feet tall, 55 to 60 feet long, and 11 US tons. He is the biggest theropod the franchise has ever seen, but not the strongest, since that one belongs to another dinosaur. Speaking of that, let's move on to the honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. This dinosaur couldn't make it on the list since it was good, but not good enough to go in the top 5. And that dinosaur is the Spinosaurus. It's a huge beast, capable of defeating such foes as Big Kitty and Bull, who are both reasonably strong enemies. The Spinosaurus are huge, sitting at 11 feet tall and 52 feet long, not as tall and large as Indominus and Giganotosaurus, but larger than the Jurassic World Dominion Rexy. And she is also pretty fast, capable of running. He is also pretty fast, capable of running at 27 miles per hour. And he is not that smart though. Keep in mind, he didn't make it on the list just because the others are pretty far stronger than him. So let's move to the number 1 place. And the number 1 spot to the golden medal of all dinosaurs in the Jurassic franchise goes to the Indominus Rex. She is the strongest quote-unquote dinosaur in this franchise. She technically isn't a dinosaur since she is a hybrid, but that we don't look into that. She's the strongest theropod for sure, and let me guess why she is. She could break through her enclosure that was meant to hold her in, and the way she did was genius. She knew that the thermal regulation was coming from the cameras and figured out that humans were in control of them, so she both camouflaged them and turned off her thermal recognition, tricking the humans into going into enclosure, nearly eating them and escaping. And keep in mind, she did this at 3 years old. No human at 3-year-old could do this, so her brain is more advanced and more complex of a human, so she is even smarter than a human being. She also tricked and outsmarted multiple dinos and humans, but we already have passed over the biggest. She also broke through solid 20 inches of fiberglass, which is 10 times stronger than steel, even more. She also defeated multiple strong and large dinosaurs such as Ankylosaurus, a herd of Apatosaurus, and the Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex. And she did this with no experience at all. She learned so quickly and advanced that she didn't even need experience. In conclusion, she's the strongest, smartest dinosaur we have ever seen in this franchise. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked enjoying my content, please leave a subscribe. Please leave a like and subscribe, since I do really enjoy making this content, and I apologize profusely for not uploading often. Just the exams and assignments have been hard, but enjoy this nearly 10-minute long video. Anyways, I'll see you sometimes next time. Bye.